Instagram has a brand new feature called cutouts that allows us to import a photo into our stories, and it will cut it out for us and save it as a sticker that we can reuse again and again and again. This is incredibly helpful for brands and businesses because we can use this to promote our content, to make sure our face is seen even when we're not camera ready, even if we don't have time to film a video clip or to film some kind of green screen thing where we can have those conversations. This is really nice, especially if it's like early in the morning or late at night and you are not prepared to do anything. You can still get your face on the screen, because we know from previous conversations that people are much more likely to stop if they see a face that they recognize. It's that trust factor. And so if you are not showing your face, if you're just showing a screenshot of a note, or if you're just showing a text on background, that's not going to get most people to stop. Most people will go away from that. It's too much. It's not something they want to focus on, and it doesn't get their attention because it's not someone that they recognize. And so having a sticker where you can point to things is gonna be really valuable. So this is my little example here. This is my puppy, and I made her a neck warmer recently. And this is a sticker that I just created of myself. You can see I didn't do the best job, but this is just for showing you. And I have the ability to now point to this. Now I can make this as big or as small as I want. So I can make it nice and big and I can point to that. I can make it small and point to that. If I'm doing words on the screen, I can do that as well. I can point to different things. You can do this very easily. I'm gonna be doing this very easily as a brand owner as well. And so I am doing this in a way where I am pointing to things and I'm expressing emotions. You're going to stand in front of a blank background. You do not want it to be noisy. You don't want it to be busy, because then it makes it harder to cut things out. Look at how it missed that chunk of my hat there. That is because I was on a busy background for this. I actually pulled this from one of my YouTube thumbnails. And so it missed part of it. It's going to be more refined and more defined if you have just a solid colored background and good lighting. So you're going to want to do things just like we do for our YouTube thumbnails. If you haven't watched that video here on the channel, make sure you do. It is one of the top leading ones, educating on how to do a valuable click-worthy thumbnail on YouTube. And we're going to start off with our pointing. So you can point in a lot of different ways. Point across your chest, you can point to the side, you can use two hands, you can go up and over, you can be pointing in lots of different ways for this. I want you to be pointing, and I want you to have close to you points, and I want you to have far away points where your arms are really outstretched to do it, because you're going to need different versions of this for your Instagram stories. But you also want to do things that are going to be expressive. You want to do the thumbs up and the excited and the cheer, and you want to be doing the thumbs down and the sad and the I can't believe. You go as expressive as you want. You may not use all these, or you may not use them frequently, but having them is very valuable to you. And this is really good, again, because you will not always be camera ready. And if you're not camera ready and you're not comfortable putting yourself on camera, they still need to be able to see your face. And previously on Instagram, all we could do was like add a photo and tap it so that it was in the triangle or in the circle or in the little heart, or what. It just didn't work the way that we wanted it to. And so these cutouts are incredibly helpful for creating stickers, but they also stay as stickers in our Instagram stories for those cutouts. If you have not watched the previous video where I gave you a full tutorial on how to be using this, make sure you go and watch that. I show you how to do it. And that is going to allow you to reuse them. So get your best ones. We don't necessarily know how many it's going to show us. It is a brand new feature, so we don't know how far back we'll have access to this, but you want to make sure you have your most valuable ones up front and ready to go, and then you can just cut things out as you need them. I do recommend, if it's not going to keep a bunch of those in there as we move forward with this and discover how far that limit is going to be, I do recommend that you keep these photos, these post photos, in an album on your phone. Just go into your phone and set up a separate album and just put all of those photos in there so that when you need them, you can go into your Instagram, into the camera roll, and go directly to that folder, so you don't have to search back in your feed to find those images that you can then use as needed. Now, you can be reusing these again and again and again. So if you want to reuse them again and again and again, I do recommend going with more of like a neutral outfit. So you're going to want colors that are not super recognizable. If you want to make sure it doesn't necessarily look like you're using the same one over and over and over again, do not go with bold patterns or bright colors. Make sure you have something that could be anything. For me, I typically, when I'm trying to go with things that I can use again and again and again, I like to go with blacks and with very simple lines to the clothing so that it could be anything. It could be lots of different things. I have lots of similar things. It could be any of those things. My hair blocks a lot of it, so you don't know if it's the exact same outfit or if it's slightly different, but things that are going to be incredibly recognizable. That bright yellow dress with the white flowers and the pink polka dots, very recognizable, right? So you want to make sure you're going with more of those neutral palettes if that's what you want to do. If you want to be bright and bold and reuse the same ones over and over again and you don't care, by all means do that. Just keep in mind which version of this you want to do as you're doing it. And then if you want to do updated versions, do updated versions. Every quarter, do another little mini photo shoot, or every month, do another little mini photo shoot. Use these as your stickers and we keep replacing them and cycling them through so that they do look new and unique and original, and people aren't remembering what you did last month or 2 months ago or 3 months ago. So there's lots of options on how you can be doing this and leveraging this as a business owner and a brand person here on Instagram. If you got questions, go ahead and drop it down below and follow along for upcoming episodes as we help you to continue to navigate the world of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, live streaming, and the tools and resources you need to make this your most profitable year ever with the least amount of stress involved in your content creation. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.